One of the most beloved teachers in the Maple school system, Grace Lambert, retired this year. I had a chance to talk with her recently about her many years of service. Miss Lambert, when did your association with the Maple Heights City School System begin?
As a first grader in 1925, and I graduated in 1937 and went to Kent State, and I always wanted to be a teacher.
How did you make the transition from being a student to being a teacher here?
Well, I didn't start teaching in Maple Heights, but I didn't find it difficult at all, because I started teaching high school and I was only a couple years older than the students that I had. And so we had a nice relationship.
What do you feel as the major changes which took place in the Maple Heights City Schools throughout your career as a teacher here?
In the student body, I found that most of them were not as willing as the years went on to learn. It was more difficult to motivate them to learning because they came with sort of a challenge, teach me if you can. Mm-hmm. But in the teaching staff, I found that they became more active and wanting to take more participation in determining curriculum and the working conditions and those things, and so it's been rather active and changing. I have noticed in the last few years that students again are beginning to be more interested in learning. I think we're swinging back again.
Miss Lambert, you were very active in the Teachers Association. How did you see that teaching as a profession changed?
Well, when I first started to teach, the teachers had very little say in what they were going to do, the books they were going to use, or their working conditions. We were told, my first time I was told that I would join the teachers' associations because our building always had 100% by the principal. I was told how much I would give to United Appeal. I was told all the donations that I would make because all the teachers had to do the same, and it was very structured with administration. Mm-hmm. And then as the years progressed, and really the first 17 years of my life at teaching, it was that way. And then it became, we had a teachers association, we started to negotiate for some of these things. We became active in choosing our textbooks. We became active in setting up our working conditions, negotiating for fringe benefits and salaries, of course, mm-hmm. and just many, many changes where the teachers became more involved in the actual daily life of the school, where administrators were asking us for our opinions and sometimes taking them, so that teachers have much more liberty now mm-hmm. to control what their students are doing because they have a voice in the whole setup of the schools. I think much for the better for the students, mm-hmm. of course.
Now that you're retired, what are you doing with all your free time?
Well, I really haven't noticed too much more, except that now I get to read the Plain Dealer every morning instead of waiting until night. I still give my piano lessons, and I still have my church jobs playing the organ. And I have lots of other interests. I work with Meals on Wheels on the cities of Maple Heights and Bedford, delivering meals to people who are at home, who can't cook for themselves, but who could still maintain their homes. And they pay for those meals. It's not something that we're doing a charity thing, mm-hmm. but it's just enabling older people to stay in their own homes. And I'm still active in teachers' associations, but now retired teachers instead of the mm-hmm. others.
Miss Lambert, could you please tell us about some of the awards you received after you retired?
Well, I was very active in the Ohio Education Association and the Northeastern Ohio Teachers Association on their resolutions committee. And so I received awards from each of those, a plaque. I always helped the band students when they went to contests, so the band parents gave me a plaque. Probably the one that meant the most was the scholarship being named for me. And then the mayor made October 7th Maple Heights day for Grace Lambert, and that was really an honor.
Thank you, Miss Lambert. All of Maple Heights is very proud that you have been a part of our city for so long. I'm Amy Wright, reporting from Maple Schools Today.